Only been a short experience, but it's been a really good experience. Please, just be honest. Just please, please, please. We appreciate honesty, okay? It's not been a good experience. I've turned your game off so many times. I'd rather watch the Broncos. Hello everyone, it's Everything Buzz City here, back again with another video. And today we have a very special video. Number one, first face cam. We're gonna put me in the corner in a second. But tell me how you guys like this. If this is how you guys want the videos us to start doing them from now on, this will be the format. But in today's video, if you can tell, I have Superman on right now, because I just read probably the most delusional thing a coach has ever said in Charlotte sports, whatever. Frank Reich. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, if you're not following me, go ahead, support, please. I have 4 followers, so help me out over there. But I've been defending Frank the last couple weeks, saying, you know, this is a rebuilding team. We should have this expectation. Now, I want to make a video on Panther fans later on in the week. That will be out shortly. But we have to stay focused on what this is about. And it is this article right here. This is an article by David Newton of ESPN. And a very interesting title that caught my eye. Frank Reich not calling it a rebuilding year after a 0-5 start. Let's get into this, because he says some outlandish stuff in this article, which it's just goofy. So I love goofy stuff, so we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Now, it says Carolina Panthers coach Frank Reich admits his weekly conversations with owner David Tepper haven't been fun during an 0-5 start. I would hope so. I would hope our owner isn't too happy about that. But Reich refuses to call this a rebuilding season, despite having a rookie quarterback in Bryce Young and a overhauled roster and a new coaching staff. Quote, "Listen, obviously he's a very accomplished individual," Reich said about Tepper, the NFL's second richest owner with a net worth of $20.6 billion. Quote, "He's built his own empire. He knows how he did it. I don't have his bank of experience to draw from. I have my own. But do I think he has the right mentality of the win now? I don't know. Okay. But also, this is going to be a long-term thing as well. He wants both. That's what we all want. We want to build a winner now, and we want something that can be sustained." I don't think Tepper wants us to go and win 10 games, Frank. I don't think that's what he wants, okay? Can you get one? Can you get one game? One game? Because next week, we're going against Miami. If they don't set the scoring record against us, I will be surprised. So you're starting out 0-6 to your career as a Carolina Panther head coach. You moved up in the draft to pick up Bryce Young, which I think was the best move. You gave up DJ Moore. What'd you do to try to replace him? You got Adam Thielen and DJ Chark. You're not using DJ on vertical routes, trying to get him deep, trying to connect on posts or anything. And then Thielen, he's starting to get into his groove, but over the next 2 years, is he going to be that number 1 receiver? No, he cannot do that. And DJ goes out and goes for 230 yards and a Bears win. The freaking Bears have a win before us. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. But anyways, man, let's continue on with this atrocity of a statement. Reich is adamant despite the Panthers seemingly on their way to a 6th straight losing season. "I'm not calling it a rebuild. Actually, let me say it this way. I think everything is always building." Oh, what a great quote. What the hell does that mean? So I'm really comfortable with that. I think players understand that. We understand that as coaches. Apparently they don't, because Brian Burns isn't too happy right now. Okay, and you're talking about building. Yes, you have to build. You have to build towards a winning culture, towards a winning team. I understand that. But 0-5 and not having a first-round pick this season? Or what? You just want to see some fruit of your labor. A little bit earlier than we're seeing it right now. I'm confident we're doing it the right way with the right people. That's insane, man. That's insane. See, the thing that we liked about Wilkes was he was real. We knew the expectations. We knew what he was looking to do with the roster. When players didn't play good, he'd say it. When players were playing good, he'd say it. Reich has this something off. Just the inability to criticize or take criticism. Number one, as a head coach, you got to be willing to understand when you're wrong and adjust. He has the inability to do that, at least from the public standpoint, and that's going to drive fans insane, and it makes you seem like you don't know what you're doing. And as we go into this article, right here, I'm just reading a little bit farther on, he keeps on this money thing. Dude, it's you got players. I don't know what you want Tepper to do. Tepper went out and he said, all right, I'll pay money for Miles Sanders, who's played like garbage. He went out and signed Adam Thielen, who's been pretty freaking good. DJ Chark, he gave a contract to, who's been injured. He, I believe, was willing to re-sign Brian Burns. I don't know if that's going to happen now. He went up and traded nine spots to go get the guy you wanted, Bryce Young. You were adamant about Bryce. And I think Bryce will be a great player. I believe in Bryce, but if you're rebuilding, it's kind of important to keep your freaking picks, man. It's common sense. But anyways, he says he's got a lot of money, so we could throw a lot of money at this guy, that guy, and then it ends up blowing up in your face. We're trying to build it on good principle. Build through the draft. You traded your fucking picks. Re-sign your players. You're not re-signing your players when you can. Interesting. Obviously, he has a great perspective on that. A whole lot of nothing, I heard there. And you saw he started out 3-5-1 last year in his 5th season. Frank has to prove some things, man. I think Frank is a solid head coach, but the first 5 weeks, play calling wise, you're not setting up Bryce to be successful. I believe I saw a stat like 90% of the time on first downs, he runs the ball with Miles Sanders, just about. And when defenses know what you're doing, you're putting your rookie quarterback in a situation to fail. You look at Zach Wilson with the Jets against the Chiefs. They started throwing on first down and second down. And guess what? Zach looked like a competent quarterback. Instead of run, and then you're on a 3rd and long, you're just asking for your player to not succeed in that situation, especially when he's not to the level of like a top 10, top 12 quarterback in the National Football League. Listen, it's only been a short experience, but it's been a really good experience. Please, just be honest. Just please. We appreciate honesty, okay? It's not been a good experience. I've turned your game off so many times. I'd rather watch the Broncos play than this garbage. It's horrible. It's terrible. He was a part of the 0-5 start in Carolina in 1995. That makes sense. Hasn't been fun, those meetings. I wouldn't characterize them as fun meetings, but those meetings make me better, and I trust they make us better. I fucking hope so, Reich, because I'm telling you, you might not be long for here if you keep on this track, bro. Man. This is terrible. He called Bryce Young's first interception a fluke play and blamed the second on the receiver for running a poor route that drew the corner into the play. Okay, that's fair. I do remember that game. There were some struggles on those aspects earlier on. I think a lot, there are a couple, like last week when he had that choice route. Well, not a choice route, but in my head, that's what I think it is, where he has 2 out routes. You have a short out route, and then the slot goes on, or it was either the X receiver, but then he goes on a farther medium out route, and basically you play that zone of that cornerback. If he plays up top, throw a check down to the shorter out route. If he plays the shorter route, you throw it over the top. And the defense baited him and got him on that one. So passes like that, he's going to learn, he's going to get better, but for the most part, just terrible, terrible run game, terrible receiving in terms of not terrible players, but they can't get open. They couldn't get open the first 3 weeks. But what upset Reich the most Sunday were 6 pre-snap penalties. Yeah, that has to stop. No shit, Sherlock. At some point, the losses have to stop. It's not happening this week because we're losing to Miami. Ain't no way, man. A loss with South Carolina 0-6. 1 defeat shy of the team's worst ever start in 1998. I appreciate those conversations. They're always very challenging. He's a super competitive person, and he's not going to sit idly by. Wow. Carolina is in a rough spot right now. Very rough spot. It's very scary as a fan right now. And Charlotte's in a situation where no professional teams are winning. The best team in North Carolina when it comes to a professional aspect is the Carolina Hurricanes, hockey. And they have the best record in the league, yet they cannot get to the Stanley Cup. No matter what. They just fold in the playoffs just about. We got swept, I believe, the Miami last year. I believe we made it to the conference finals, though. Just absolutely terrible. I'm done defending this man. I need results now. I need a win. You can't go into the bye 0-6, but it's most likely going to happen. Anyways, this is the video. Alright, guys, I just had to talk about this. Won't be talking a lot about Carolina Panther football unless you guys want me to, unless you enjoyed this. We will, but it's just goober mentality, a loser mentality, to not blame anyone, to say, oh, we got to watch the film, oh, we got to watch the film, I'm doing a great job. No, you're not. You're not. I'm watching the plays. No one's getting open. And a bit of that is because of your concepts. Your concepts are shit. It might have worked in 2015 with Carson Wentz, but it damn sure isn't working in 2023. Anyways, everyone, everything Buzz City here, and I'm out. Peace.